We're going to take some deep breaths in. We're going to connect and align our energies, place this beautiful pyramid of white light over us, and just all protecting, all knowing for the highest good, for the highest of Jessica's timeline. And we just want to connect with Jessica's team, with her energy field, so that we can go ahead and do this surrogate session. And we're going to start with a body scan. Are you feeling like anyone's with you right now, Ceirra?
I feel her higher self.
Okay, well, welcome, higher self. We really appreciate you aiding us in this journey right now. Can you help us with a body scan right now?
Okay, immediately I felt the solar plexus.
Okay, what's going on there?
It's tied to her throat chakra. There's something that she has not been speaking her truth about. And they're saying that to really like unlock this, she needs to start speaking her truth.
What do you mean by speaking her truth? Like, does she know what you're talking about, or is it about something specifically?
I heard at work in particular. So there's something there where she needs to be speaking her truth more at work. Like, I get this feeling like she does really like her job, but really like standing up for like what she deserves.
Okay, so is that like promotion, or is it kind of in that direction, or does she know?
It has to relate with her coworkers, um, and feeling heard and feeling like she knows that she is a very strong asset. It's just like verbalizing it. And it's like they're showing me that she is a very hard worker and she enjoys what she does. It's just if she could really like align herself to her power, to speaking her truth, then her job would be an even better environment because people would really respect her. It's like they already respect the job that she's doing. And if she stood up and spoke her truth and spoke out, and it would really like solidify her place on that team.
And why would it be connected with her solar plexus?
Because this is a part of her being in her aligned power. So it's a part of her feeling empowered and not being afraid of others judging her.
Where does that fear of judgment of others come from for her?
I heard childhood. Um, they're saying it's a lot of yeah, they're just showing me um there's been things from childhood and then she they're showing me it's almost been hard for her to not relate to people, but she absolutely has a higher frequency than a lot of people. So I think a lot of it is like she's felt like misunderstood in her life. And sometimes she doesn't really understand like lower vibrational energy. And I think that that has kind of been distorted as either judgment on herself or just being misunderstood when she did try to speak her truth, when she did try to communicate her feelings and her needs with other people.
So she kind of felt like, what's the point?
Yeah, absolutely.
Is there anything we can do today to clear that for her and to have her more in alignment with where, for today, where she needs to be? Or what advice do you have?
Yeah, so they're shining yellow light into her solar plexus, just really clearing and cleansing her solar plexus. We'll do a full activation after the body scan.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I just figured we might clean a little house while we're in this room. Now, is there
They
anything
are
else?
showing me a past life in her solar plexus. It's a Lyran past life. Um, I'm seeing a female tiger or just like a female lion being.
What did she do in that past life?
So this is on Lyra.
Mhm.
Uh, she is teaching others, she's teaching other lion beings how to be, how to like use and move energy. So I'm seeing her really like, it's like she's teaching them a type of qigong, like body movements. Um, and it's like using energy and your power. I love it.
And was she happy there in that lifetime?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, she loved teaching other people how to use and manipulate energy. And it's really cool because it's like she has two superpowers because they're showing me um how she taught others how to use this energy, just like this natural life force that is in all of us, how to use that in your environment and to be in your power. And then she's also worked a lot with like different frequencies and like crystal healing as an Octurian. So it's really cool. They're saying that it's like she is able to mix these two and amplify people's natural energy with crystals.
Why did they show us that lifetime? Why was that held in her solar plexus?
It's like her untapped potential. That's what they called it untapped potential. It's like I can just feel all of this wants to like burst out of her solar plexus and her sacral. She has so many cool superpowers and so many things that she could do spiritually, and it just wants to be expressed.
So is that a part of her mission here is to master those here on this lifetime?
Not so much mastery because it's things that she's already mastered. For the most part, I'm really seeing that she is meant, I see that her daughters are the beautiful beacons of light. And so she really volunteered to be their mother, to lead them so that they could really step into their spiritual or to be spiritually empowered, especially because the newer generation is so beautiful. And then she came more for a more human experience, but she's teaching people how to mix spirituality and the human experience. So she's very interested in this lifetime in spirituality and spiritual things, but she also understands and can ground herself into this reality now.
Okay.
She's really grounding with such a beautiful frequency to the earth right now.
I love that. I love that. And I love that, you know, she's here for her girls. I'm sure she's gonna really love hearing that. That's part of her mission.
Oh my gosh,
It,
that's the coolest thing. So I'm seeing that one daughter is really connected to the Lyrans, and one daughter is really connected to the Octurians.
so they're like truly hybrid souls.
Yeah.
And why did she bring this? Why did they choose to come? Like, what does their connection to those collectives play a role in?
Just to really help evolve the earth, um, and come in as a they really like the number three. So I don't know if three is like a special number to her, but I just remember our session with Chrissy, and we said that Chrissy, her brother, and Jessica were a triangle, and they came in as a three. It's so beautiful because then it's like Jessica and her two daughters, they're showing me the triangle again and the three again. It's like they came in with such balance, and it was all really purposeful to help this time now.
That's really beautiful. Um, I love that. Yeah, I did get my notes from Chrissy's session so that I could make sure to cover anything we didn't cover there for her. I want to unpack it all for her. Is there anything else going on in the solar plexus? Can we, I know we're going to activate this lifetime or these past lifetimes and later, but is there anything else going on there as far as energy that you're seeing?
No, I just feel now I feel the root chakra.
Okay. What's going on there?
It's childhood trauma. So something in her childhood that still is not healed yet. Um, of there's like this deep feeling of something to do with her safety as a child, and it's still there. Um, so they're saying like just a lot of grounding and really do things that make you feel safe. And I can talk to her more about being safe in your body and in your environment if she would like me to. But they're saying that her root chakra is a little blocked. So they are just shining red light into it, just clearing some density. She holds on to like a lot of the density that she collects throughout the day here as well. And so they're just saying it's really important for her to work with her root chakra daily, if possible.
Now, when you feel into that childhood trauma, the safety, can you fill in whether it's masculine or feminine in energy?
Do you feel anything?
Well, I feel like it's very masculine. The safety's around the masculine.
Yeah, that's what I was feeling too.
Okay. All right. I just wanted, I know I don't ever ask questions like that, but my guides were kind of like ask, um, so she can understand that the safety is around the masculine and how it might, uh, make her understand relationship with men.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, when we activate that, does the root chakra, I'm very curious, does the root chakra have anything to do with when like the root chakra or the sacral or solar plexus, does that have anything to do with like weight gain?
So yes, for people it's different. I know that was one of Jessica's questions. So I'm just tuning in to see if there's an imbalance in a certain chakra that's causing this.
Yeah.
Okay, so just tuning in to the lower chakras. They're just saying it's more uncertainty. I heard uncertainty immediately. Um, and then also just working with your thoughts and beliefs and being aware of your unconscious patterns. So really like they're just showing practicing meditation and just being aware um of your thoughts and your beliefs. So there are some beliefs around food that need to be worked on just a little bit more. And then when it comes to uncertainty, what they're saying is there are certain emotions that are being held that need to be released, but she's the one that has to release them. And when these emotions do start to try to come up and come out, I'm seeing that food is like one of the things replacing that. So they're saying really try to learn new ways to self-soothe. So even if it's just like hugging yourself, or if it's like petting yourself and just making yourself feel better, um, finding things that make you happy, learning to transmute your emotions, and that will really help you learn how to like self-soothe so that you can allow those emotions to come up so you can release them, and then you're not using something else to push those emotions down. They're saying it is heavily related to a lot of the people that she has lost in her life. And it's really interesting because when I first asked them about the lower chakras, if food has to do with any of this, I heard the heart. And so that's why I was trying to figure out what they were meaning. And they're saying that it's just a lot of grief there that she's still pressing down. Um, and once she allows herself to feel that even more, then it will really help her regulate her actions. Um, and her different relationships with food and anxiety.
What can she do to release that grief and to feel it and honor it and acknowledge it?
I do feel someone here. I feel like he's like a teenage boy. Um, I don't know if it was her friend. He's just saying, he's just saying that she knows who it is immediately, and that he just loves her so much, and that he wishes that they had had more time together,
Hmm.
and that it's okay to let this go.
Is he happy where he's at?
Yes, absolutely.
I
He
love that.
feels so calm and peaceful, and he's just sending her so much love. And I feel a lot. It's almost like I can feel the heartache that she's feeling. And he's just saying it's okay to let this go, that he's so happy and he is here guiding her now.
Mm, I love that. And is he there helping with her kids too, watching over them?
Yeah, absolutely.
Mhm. Very sweet. What about, is this like the main grief that she has, or is there other grief that she's holding?
There is others, but this one just feels the heaviest.
Okay.
So they're saying that it does feel like she's very connected to me. She's very intuitive and she so she could really benefit from a full quantum healing session. So she can be in that space. She can talk to her loved ones that have passed herself and really get like this information firsthand. And then they're showing me that her soul family also would love to talk to her directly.
Um, will I'm sensing the energy that she feels like she just won't be able to tap in. Will she be able to tap in if she has a quantum session of her own?
Yes.
Okay. Great. I just feel like her I feel like her brain somewhat works linear, very, very black and white, in a lot of ways. So just giving her the reassurance that she can tap in is beautiful, and we appreciate that.
They are
Uh,
asking her to meditate just a little bit more if she did decide to have one, because I feel like her soul family really wants to come in and talk to her. And there are Arcturians here as well, um, they've been trying to reach out to her. She's heard some of their messages, but it's still like discerning what is coming from them. Um, her soul family feels so loving. It's so beautiful. Um, and so yeah, just doing like some small meditations, like even if they're guided, just to get out of the analytical mind because she does have a very powerful analytical mind.
yeah, yeah, I can feel that. um, Now she wanted to know, I know we're doing the body scan, but since we're talking about her spirit guide, she wanted to know if they were frustrated. Now, what messages do you have about that?
They're just laughing. They're saying we're never frustrated. That they have so much love for her. Um, they're so excited that she did this session with us because it's kind of that it's like the little push maybe that she needs to really reconnect back in. I feel like she's been a little distracted lately, but they just want to remind her that she really came here to be a role model for her children. And so if she shines her light so bright, then her children will follow her.
Mm, I mean, if that's not motivation, I don't know what is. If my guides told me that, I'd be like, I'm listening. Can we continue the body scan now that we've shown some of that in her heart, in her solar plexus, in her throat? Just continue the body scan to see what else might be there for us.
Yeah, so the kid that came in, he's just saying, "You were always my best friend, and thank you for everything you ever did for me." And it's gonna make me cry because I can
Mhm.
feel it.
I'm grateful that he's happy where he's at
Yeah, absolutely.
and that they still have that connection.
Yeah, that's what he's saying. He's saying that there's will always be a connection for lifetimes. Okay, we're good. We can continue the body scan. That was just a lot of emotion at once. I was like,
Yeah.
can I release emotion for her?
Do it. Help her out. Help a friend out.
Okay, so let's just tune in with the body. Her upper chakras look pretty good. I'm definitely gonna mm, okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and activate the crown. It almost looks like her crown chakra is like half lit up, half not lit up. And that's probably because of the analytical mind. It's like the right part of the brain is lit up and the left part is dark. So we're just gonna try to rebalance that. Do a dia took a d. Oh, dia. That's better. Um, and then we're just shining purple light into her third eye, just clearing some things here. I see that her third eye was completely open at one point, and then it got shut down. Um, and they're saying that she's the only one that could completely reopen it. But if she decides to reopen it, then it would just be very beautiful. It's like really just opening it in love and releasing any fears that she's holding on to. I'm not even seeing that, like, I don't even think it was really fear that shut it down. It's more like she just really needed to be grounded. I think she saw it more as distracting at some point. Um, and so now she's learned how to ground herself and she understands her place more. And so if she's ready, she can really start to reopen her third eye.
Okay. I appreciate that and I understand. I mean, we don't want to open it on her and she's not ready for it.
Yeah, absolutely. So her throat chakra, yeah, I see it about speaking her truth. Um, Let me just shine blue light into it. I feel like there's a past life here. I'm just trying to figure out. Okay, I heard Lumeria or Lemuria. Lemuria. There we go, Lemuria. um, in her throat. She was a blue being.
Is she a Nocturian?
They said Mew. I think it was a type of Syrian. And I'm seeing her, it's really cool. The picture that they're showing me is beautiful. Like the scenery is so beautiful. There's a lot of nature. There's the waterfalls. The water looks so beautiful. It's like crystal clear. You can look into the ocean, and it's completely clear. And she looks really happy. And then they're showing me, okay, so then they're showing me that she was with her twin flame in this lifetime, and they got into some kind of argument. And then, okay, so it was, they got into an argument and she got really upset about it. So she ended up like telling the village like some kind of lie about him. And the village ended up killing him. And so she felt like that was her, it's like guilt that she's been holding on to. Um, so I think that they're also trying to relate it to the masculine, like the safety from the masculine. And then also, um, like just being really careful of the words that she speaks. It's like she's afraid to speak in her power because she's seen what has happened to other people when she did that. And so they're saying, like, as long as you're speaking in love and speaking authentically, then it's okay to let this go.
Did her twin flame, was that a part of their life contract during that time?
Yes.
And is her twin flame reunite? Is it in this lifetime, or did they come back and sync on this lifetime together, or are they on the same timelines?
It's interesting what they're showing me. It's like it's like he is in this reality also, but they're on different timelines. So it's almost like if their vibrations, like if they were to tune themselves, they would be the same vibration and they would have to come together. But that would be like if she really made that conscious decision to like do her inner work, meditate, like really come back to her soul signature frequency, then they could end up like tuning themselves to the same timeline. But it's not in like their soul contract or anything to meet in this life.
That makes sense. Understandable. Um, what can we heal or understand any more about that lifetime?
She's had a lot of lifetimes in Lemuria, and I think she really, really liked it a lot. I'm feeling a lot of Lemurian energy. So they're saying that, like, for her, nature is very, very calming. Um, she could be very connected to the high priestesses and to like a lot of like the divine feminine goddesses, and then water as well. Like they're saying like water is very cleansing for her.
I love that. I'm a fan of Lemuria, so I'm loving these energies right now. We don't have to move to the other chakras. Let's just stay in Lemuria.
She definitely has a soul connection to the area of Hawaii.
Okay. Would traveling there reignite some of those memories and some of those energies for her?
Yeah, absolutely. It will really help her, it would help align her to her soul signature frequency.
Would she benefit better from going to the bigger island or the smaller islands?
They're almost showing me that the landmass that she was mostly on, it's not even there anymore. A lot of it is underwater. So they're saying that Hawaii is a connection for her. So it doesn't really matter where she travels in Hawaii as long as she's just like in that area.
Okay, that makes sense. I just am trying to get her a better specific, like where would be the most soul, soul awakening place, an aligning place. Um,
They're saying that for her to really step into her power, she can really connect with the energy of Pele. Um, the
Goddess of Fire.
Yes, that from Hawaii. They're saying it would like ignite her soul. I love it.
What's so funny is when you were talking about the goddesses and you mentioned water, immediately in my head, Sunshine Goddess popped up. So I was like, I really felt the connection to fire. So when you say Pele, I'm like, oh, there it
I love
is.
Pele.
um, okay, so can we go ahead and release that guilt, or is that something she's going to have to do?
Yeah, I think just being aware that she was holding on to this, her energy field already looks better. Um, there is still more guilt there that she will have to work through on her own, that will be brought into her awareness later.
Okay,
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do an activation for the throat chakra.
sure.
The energy feels like it's interesting because it doesn't feel like it's blocked by anything. It just feels like the energy is moving slowly. Let me see what I can do. I do it. Yeah. Ooh. There's something here. It's trying to hide. It's not like an attachment. I think it's a parasite. It looks almost like a centipede. It's like crawling.
Where did that come from?
They're showing me like run, or they're showing me she's like running through the forest. I feel like it's in the Amazon, like a past life in the Amazon. And it attached to her energy field. So I'm just gonna have Archangel Michael come with his net and pick it up. Just take it away. And now they're just shining yellow light into her throat where this was at. They're saying that it's like sometimes she would feel like a lump in her throat and she didn't even know what it was from. And this has been with her for a few lifetimes. Like it wasn't doing any like bad damage, but it could have if it wasn't removed.
Now, she was having concerns about skin issues that she's had her whole life. Could this play a part into that?
They said yes, because like a lot of said yes because the energy. Okay, so this is why the energy was like it felt like the energy was swirling so slowly. Um, so yes, they're saying also. Okay, so the angels are just gonna come in and they're just gonna clear and cleanse, and they're just setting the intention to completely like detoxify her system. I do feel like some heavy metals and like some toxins. Like I feel like she's very sensitive to air pollution. And so when her body is trying to get rid of this pollution, it's like secreting it out of her skin, and it's causing a lot of her skin issues. So they're saying for her, it's important for her to learn to stay in balance, really keep her chakras aligned and balanced, just so that her energy can like work these toxins out of her body. And then also, um, she can detox, and she could use things like they're showing me like activated charcoal, like if she's eating food that maybe she knows isn't the best, like take that before, and like really just like do something to help cleanse her physical body, especially after we're really cleansing her energy body today.
Would it be good for her to do like a metal and a parasite detox?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, they're saying that she could definitely benefit from a detox,
Because
and
they
that will
do,
really help her skin a lot.
yeah, and they do spray aluminum in our atmosphere. So her body could just be reacting from that, is what I understand.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. They're saying that it's like for her safety. That's like almost a good thing. Like she just has a naturally high frequency that it's like pushing all of the toxins out of her skin.
It's saying no, thank you.
Yeah, exactly. It's like it's actually kind of cool because they're showing me that like her body is like really good at getting rid of these things. But it's like it's kind of upset now because there is some things that have been collected since her energy wasn't moving correctly. So that's why we're gonna get her energy like really freely flowing. That's why it'd be such a good idea to do a detox after listening to this, so that her body can go to like its natural state of being, of like being able to release these things easily. And they're
Right.
saying just that drinking a lot of water, um, and they're showing me that she's also it's like they're saying just to be very aware of like the meat that she's eating. So completely fine if she eats meat, but since her body is so good at pushing toxins out, if there's any kind of like antibiotics in the meat, or if there's any kind of like hormones in the meat, then it's just getting all pushed out of her body or out of her skin. And so it's almost like her skin like feels oily after she eats like certain kinds of foods, and it's because all these toxins are being released through her skin. So they're saying just like if you're gonna eat meat, that's totally fine, but just make sure it's like grass fed and just higher kinds of, or just at least organic. Just really pay attention to like if there's any additives in the meat.
Can she place her hands around the food and place it at a higher vibration? So when it passes, that she's kind of protecting the meat only for nutrients to enter her body and nothing else, everything else to pass through. Can she do that? Like, is she that powerful?
Yeah, absolutely. So this is actually like what her body is already doing. It's like
Mm,
her body knows that these things aren't good for her, and so it's just pushing it out.
got it. That makes sense. Okay. This is all really good news. And is there anything else in the throat that we need to go ahead and activate or work on?
No, that feels good. Um, the heart does feel a little heavy.
What's going on there?
Just a lot of grief. I'm just gonna invite in her guides and her angels just to send her so much love. So when she listens to this, she can really tune in and feel their love and their excitement that they're all around her. Just knowing that she's so loved, and her team is so beautiful. They have such a loving essence about them. And they're just saying that they are ready to guide her and really help her in this next part of her journey. And it's just she's the one that has to like make the decision to be fully committed to her transformation. But she's doing such a good job, and they're so proud of her. It's more they just want her to know that she has the ability to be in communication with them daily. It's just opening herself up to that.
I love that. Our guides and our angels and everyone that's with us, they just love us so much.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm gonna activate I'm gonna activate the heart and the solar plexus together. So we're just gonna shine green light into the heart, just opening up her heart chakra, just getting that energy flowing. Dia, dia. And then just connecting the heart to the solar plexus, allowing her to be more authentic and really step into that spiritual warrior, that Lyran energy from a place of love. I do idea. feels way better. And then, so her sacral, there's also her sacral does feel a little bit more dense. It's just not as lit up. But she has a very nurturing energy. And so I'm just gonna help get that flowing, get that energy flowing just a little bit more. Idea. Idea. Okay, and then I'm just gonna activate the root and just like really completely open up her channel. Yo. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. That feels a lot better.
It does feel a lot better. I felt like kind of open up, like her aura around her is now free flowing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, I know we talked a little bit about Hawaii, but is there an area that she's supposed to live in? Because she's considering moving.
They're saying that to wherever she moves, it's not so important like where she moves. She really has free will on this decision. It's more just making sure that she is a place um where she has nature around her. Maybe stay away from like coastlines, even though there is even though water is very cleansing for her, they're saying like maybe choose a place more inland, more like just with a lot of nature. And they're saying this since she really since her skin is really sensitive to like pollutants and things like that, maybe choose a place that has a better air quality the most, and she'll notice a difference in her skin.
Okay. Um, she wants to know about her soulmate, about her, she wants to know advice for her love life and wants to know where her soulmate is.
Yeah, so they're showing me that it was her decision to really have this time in her life. Um, I'm seeing that like a lot of past lives that she's been either like too dependent on somebody, or she's just like always came in with a partner. And so she wanted to learn how to do it on her own this time. And so she gave herself like a certain amount of time in her life to really figure out who she is as a person and develop her spiritual abilities and like step into her sovereignty on her own. And then um if like once she like does a lot of healing work and she really aligns herself, then she'll meet a partner later. But it was her choice. at a higher perspective to give herself this time to really find herself, who she is. Um, and it's like she's like exploring aspects of her soul that she hasn't explored in a really long time.
So would the unhealed version of herself attract an unhealed version of her partner?
Yeah, they're showing me there's a lot of distortion in the root around like some of the partners in the past. So really looking at these partners as like a reflection of self and then being the observer to it and deciding of like how she can change her behaviors, her actions, her thoughts, um, so that she attracts a different kind of partner.
Got it. I think what a good time this is for her. And, you guys are motivating her with her kids, her daughters, and a soulmate. You guys are like, all you have to do is work on yourself, and they're right around the corner. Dangle that carrot. um, does We've pretty much covered most of her questions, but any advice for parenting or messages for her kids any more than we've already got through the body scan?
No, they're just saying that she's such a beautiful mother. Um, and that she she has taught her daughters how to really stand in their power. And it's just that they're so beautiful. It's like they're showing me um how powerful her daughters are, and it's really cool. They're
Love
just saying
that.
that she is a beautiful mother and just to never doubt herself as a parent. But they are saying that like just remember to connect to your own inner child and just let your inner child come out when you're with your daughters because that's all they want from you. They just want to play with you and have so much fun.
And any final messages from the higher self?
No, they're just saying that you're doing such a great job. You have such beautiful gifts that you bring into this life. Um, and they're so excited to help guide you in the next part of your journey.
I love that. Well, thank you so much for helping us on this journey today and all the healing that we were able to have.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.